So was kind of the essence of my question, in that I feel like I keep having to prove myself to these people or prove my work, or other people feel
therein lies your problem.
But that's the tweak that I just realized, is rather than I don't need to prove my value or my work.
When was the last time that you let the universe give you what you want without justifying it in any way? That's what we said to Esther. When was the last time that you just let it come without justifying it through jumping through some hoops that in many cases are full of contradiction? You have to see yourself and feel yourself as this blessed, worthy, ready to receive.
That's the belief shift right there that I just had. I don't need to prove myself. I just have to say I am worthy.
You just have to know yourself.
I have to know.
You have to know yourself as that way. And look at your life.
Yeah.
Look at it. You know this. In fairness, there's a whole lot of people that don't know it, that are running around with bags of marbles trying to convince you otherwise. And the more they don't know it, the more they puff up, and the louder they are, and the more they lay this down and lay this down and lay this down.
Can I just ask a question about that? Because that was my second part.
Let us give you a piece first, because this is going to alter your question just a little bit, we are certain. What if, and it's not what, it is this way. What if it is this way? What if you are the attractor of everything that comes to you? And what if you're holding somebody as your object of attention and you're pretty sure that they disapprove of you? You remember experiences like this where there was disapproval. So you don't, because of your past experience, you don't clean up your vibration and give them a chance to be who they are. So you don't ask for their trust or their belief because you don't believe that they're capable of it. That's not very uplifting of you. That's not what you came to teach. These are the words we had with Esther, so don't feel bad. Look at it this way. It's attraction. Drum roll, please. And it's team attraction. It's team attraction. What if I can have done my processes and focused and deliberated thought, and I'm going to have my picture taken with the Prime Minister, and I am so sure that there are wonderful people everywhere that want to know the world as I know the world. And that's how I see them. Because I'm focused upon them with my full force of clarity, just like Jesus healing. I've got this full energy of attraction going on, and I'm holding them as my object of attention. And they just can't buck my current. And they just have to love me like I love them. That's just the vibration that they have to be a part of. That is so satisfying for them. When you trust someone to help you, to love you, and there's no deviance in your vibration, oh, what a gift you give. But when you doubt them and you use your habit of negative thought about yourself as the excuse to doubt them, you're not even giving them a chance to be who they really are. Feel the power of that? You want to give people a chance to be who they really are by you being sure who you are and you knowing at the core who they are. Jerry and Esther had a dear friend. She just bothered the hell out of them. She said, we're going to go on the road with you. We're going to get a bus and we're going to go on the road with you and we're going to help you. And Jerry said, no. And she said, no, we really are. We've already bought the bus and we know what your schedule is and we're going to be there. Whether you want us to be there or not, we're going to be there. And Jerry said, all righty then. And so they just kept showing up and they just kept showing up and they just kept showing up. She was going to have her picture taken with the Prime Minister, period. And Jerry and Esther were doing everything on their own in those days. So now they had this other couple that was showing up where they were. And it was not an easy ride. They drove their bus on roads their bus shouldn't be on. And they tried to go through the New York tunnel and their bus was too tall for it. And they had to let the air out of the tires. And they didn't travel with Jerry and Esther. But they were determined that they were going to go and they were going to help them. It got way good after a while. And so one day, Jerry said to Esther, watch Marie. Watch what she does. And Esther said, what? And Jerry said, just watch her. They were setting up. Well, Marie was really picky. One day, Esther stood at the podium and said hello and then brought Abraham in. And then when she left the podium, her hands were black because there'd been scuff marks on there. And so Marie had colored them with a magic marker because she didn't want it to look bad. And there was nothing that she wasn't willing to do. So Jerry said, just watch her. And so what Esther witnessed was Marie Sain was a room about this size, maybe half this size. This is on the small side, because you are masterful leaders of the universe. And she said, these chairs are very dirty, and we can't have our clients sitting on these chairs tomorrow. And they said, well, we can't do anything about it. And Marie said, well, surely you can find some way of cleaning these chairs. And they said, well, they won't be drying. She said, well, surely you can find some way of drying them. And they shampooed the chairs in the meeting room. And then Jerry said, you have to keep watching this, because this isn't the end of the story. Those people that she had evoked that cooperation from adored her because of her knowing that they could do it, and because her over-the-moon appreciation when they did do it. You get what we're talking about. Your expectation of people that you don't trust you to be the way you need them to be, in human terms, you call it win-win. Win-win. Because you feel good when you love and expect wonderful things, and they feel good when they feel love and accomplish wonderful things. Win-win always comes from the vortex end of the stick, and lose-lose always comes in some other combination. When you don't expect someone to rise to their own expectations and to yours, lose-lose. That's all we're talking about here. Because you, as we said, are a teacher to the very core of your being. What are you here to teach? You're here to teach vibration. You're here to teach attraction. You're here to teach invincibility. You're here to teach success and prosperity and wellness and clarity and balance. That's what you're here to teach. And when you don't see it, you can't teach it. That was really good. Are you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm great. That was great. I mean, you answered the second part of my question, so we're good there. But your story, it does remind me of another story that I just want to share with you, because I think it shows that Jerry intention photographer. A friend of mine from college, we were both from the same area, Reading, Pennsylvania, and she was sitting at the dentist with a girl, and the girl's like, I'm moving to Nashville and I'm going to be famous one day. She kind of rolled her eyes. That girl was Taylor Swift.
Yeah. That's way better than the Prime Minister's story. Really good. Really good.